Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, for those of you, excuse me, for those of you that are new to watching any of my videos, you may wonder why is this guy's voice sound the way it does. I have some neurological issues that have kind of affected my vocal cords and my speaking, so that is a reason that my voice sounds the way that it does. But hey, I wanted to come and share with you today. I know a lot of times as Christians we hear about healing and we think, some of us think, well, that's something that happened back in Jesus' time, or that's something that happens in other countries. And a lot of people are skeptical when people say that they've been healed of something. People just figure they're crazy, or something else is an answer and not healing. But I want to come to you today for any of you that know me, that are watching this video. You know, for the past almost 18 years I've been dealing with multiple health issues, and at times I've been given a short time to live at certain times during those almost 18 years. And people have prayed for my healing over the years, and God has blessed me with healing in the area of having a great marriage, not being bitter about the journey that I'm on, not being depressed. But the physical healing has just never quite come. And so 3 Sundays ago, God woke me up at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning and said, healing and miracles are coming. Automatically, I thought of some family and some friends that desperately need God's healing and desperately need a miracle in their lives. And during that same week, God woke me up once again at 1 a.m. and shared with me, pray for throat and for stomach. So once again, I thought of some people that I knew that were having some throat issues and were having some stomach issues, and I prayed and lifted them up in prayer to God. And then the end of that week, God woke me up once again at 1 a.m. and gave me 3 words: healing, miracles, and revival. And I wasn't quite sure what I needed to do with that, but I just prayed and continued to ask God to show me what He has in store there. So not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, there was a prayer and healing service here in South Florida, just a few minutes from my home, and Dr. Chauncey Crandall, who is an amazing cardiologist, happens to be one of my doctors, just amazing doctor and amazing man of God, was having this time of prayer and healing. And my wife and I went, and Dr. Crandall has prayed for my healing in the past and just never saw the physical healing come. As I mentioned earlier, there'd been some different healing, but not the physical. So my wife and I went that Sunday night, and I went expecting God to move in the prayers that I'd been lifting up to Him during the week of family and friends. As Dr. Crandall shared his testimony, shared some stories, then he asked if anyone wanted prayer for healing to come forward. And I kind of sat there for a second, and I clearly heard God sharing with me, what are you waiting for? This night is for you. So I got up and I kind of stood in the back, and several people pushed me up to the front and said that I needed to be up in the front. And Dr. Crandall came by, laid hands on my head, and the minute he laid hands on my head, I just felt a warmth from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. And several ladies afterwards mentioned, oh, it's a good thing that you're light. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, well, when Dr. Crandall and another pastor laid hands on you, you fell back. And I don't remember that. But my wife said that I did stumble backwards. And then a pastor came and he laid hands on my chest at first and was praying for me. And then he moved his hand down to my stomach. Now, I just have to make something clear here. None of these folks knew me except for Dr. Crandall. And even Dr. Crandall, I don't think realizes my complete story. So this wasn't people that have known me for years that knew my story, that were praying for me and knew what specifically to pray for. So as his pastor was praying and laying hands on my stomach, I experienced a hunger pain for the first time in almost 4 years. Since 2017, I've been on a feeding tube to help feed me because I couldn't take food in my mouth without either being physically sick or just being in a lot of pain. And with my voice, some of you recognize this. I used to have to wear this around my neck, and I used to have to turn this on so people could hear me. So I had all that on. I had all my medical stuff on that night, and when he prayed for my stomach, I felt something in my stomach like a hunger pain, but it had been almost 4 years since I had had a hunger pain. So I wasn't quite sure what it was, but I looked over to my wife and I said, I think I'm hungry. And of course, tears came to her eyes, and and then I thought, oh man, I must have my voice on. I need to turn it down because I'm a little loud. Well, when I went to turn my voice machine off, which was on my shoulder, it was off. It had not been on. So the voice that my wife was hearing so loudly and clearly, and those around me were hearing so loudly and clearly, was my actual voice. So after service, a group of us went and I had my first meal and physical food in about 3.5 years. My last meal before I couldn't eat anymore had been chicken salad. So my first meal I thought was only appropriate to be chicken salad. And I didn't have any discomfort. I didn't choke. I didn't throw anything up. And ever since that week, I have been eating at least one meal a day. Nothing big yet, not going overboard with it, allowing my system to get used to food being back in it. But I share this story with you because so many times people want to either discount a miracle or they don't believe that miracles still happen. And I want to share with you that miracles still happen. I mean, if anybody doubts what I'm saying and you want to check it out for yourself, I mean, let me just share with you if I can get it down here. It's kind of awkward, but here is my feeding tube that is connected to my stomach. Yes, I know it's a little gross and maybe too much information shared there, but I clearly want people to know that, you know, this isn't some story that's made up. This isn't some guy that's, you know, saying that he couldn't eat and has no proof. I mean, I literally have been on a feeding tube since February of 2017. So I share the story like I shared earlier to share with you that miracles still happen, that healing still happens. And maybe you've been praying for years, like people have prayed for me, and you haven't experienced your healing yet. Please don't give up on praying for your healing. Please encourage others to pray for your healing. Please have an open mind and an open heart to allow God to heal you if that is His will for you to be physically healed. Now, am I completely healed of all my health issues? I don't think so at this point, because I'm still dealing with some health issues. But if you'll remember, God had me pray for throat and stomach, and those two things have been healed. So I continue to pray for God's complete healing, and if that complete healing comes, then that's amazing and awesome, and I'll praise God and give Him all the glory. If my healing is only for my throat and for my stomach at this point, guys, you don't know how amazing that is. I mean, guys, I literally got down to 112 pounds, and I'm almost 6 feet tall. So you can imagine what I look like, and I've been putting on weight last week and into this week. So I just wanted to share this with you guys to encourage you to just keep praying, whether you're praying for yourself, whether you're praying for a loved one or a friend. Keep praying and keep believing that God can do what He's been doing for years, and we just have to believe that God can still heal, that God can still do miracles in people's lives. So keep praying, keep believing. If any of you guys ever want to talk to me, want me to share my story a little bit more in depth with you, please feel free to reach out to me and do that. And God continues, even today, God shared with me 3 words: healing, miracles, and revival. So those are the things that I'm praying for, and I continue to pray for the needs of each of my family and friends, and to all the needs that people share with me throughout the day. So hey guys, I pray this encourages you, not for my glory, but for God's glory, and may I never take any credit for anything that's been done. So hey guys, thanks so much for watching this, and once again, feel free to contact me with any questions, any comments. I would love to be able to share what God's doing in my life in more detail with you. So hey guys, have a great day. I pray that your day is filled with amazing moments and God's blessings. Have a great day, guys, and God bless.